stood proud with his arms crossed, thinking this would be his moment. But then, the glory of the Lord appeared. God was angry. He told Moses and Aaron to step away from the entire assembly. He was ready to wipe them all out. But Moses and Aaron interceded. They pleaded with God, "Will you be angry with the entire assembly when only one man sins?" So God gave a warning. Moses stood up and cried out to the people, his voice shaking with urgency. "Move away from the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Don't touch anything that belongs to them, or you'll be swept away in their sin." People backed away. Mothers grabbed their children. Men pulled their livestock. Eyes were wide with fear. Korah and his company stood defiant, mocking, unbothered. And then it happened. The ground split open. It wasn't an earthquake, it was a judgment. The earth opened its mouth and swallowed them alive. Korah, Dathan, Abiram, their families, their tents, everything. And then the earth closed again. Just like that, they were gone. Fire from the Lord came down and consumed the 250 men holding censers. Not one of them survived. But God didn't let their rebellion fade into silence. He told Eleazar, Aaron's son, to gather the burnt censers from the ashes and hammer them into plates to cover the altar. A visible reminder for generations. Don't come near me unless I have called you. Don't try to take a role that I did not give. And yet, the very next day the people complained again. You have killed the Lord's people. And judgment came again. A plague swept through the camp. Over 14,000 people died, not because God was cruel, but because they refused to learn. They refused to fear. They refused to trust the God who had already proven himself faithful time and time again. What do we learn from Korah? Sometimes rebellion looks righteous. It sounds like justice. It wraps itself in spiritual language. But God sees the heart. Korah wasn't fighting for others. He was fighting for himself. He wanted a platform. He wanted power. And it cost him everything. Pride is a dangerous fire. When you try to exalt yourself, you place yourself in opposition to the one who deserves all glory. Don't be a Korah. Be content where God has placed you. Serve faithfully. Walk humbly. And when you're tempted to grumble or grab for what's not yours, remember what happened in the wilderness, when a man tried to take God's place and the earth swallowed him whole. If this story moved you, don't just scroll.